Connect is our call centre business. So we've got 12 sites all over the UK and Ireland, different locations, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've got about 8,000 colleagues who are actually working, taking the calls, so huge operation, big call volume.
It's really, really important to us that whatever we do in that space provides excellent customer experience and natural language and flow of conversation.
Fraudsters are becoming increasingly sophisticated at what we call social engineering. That's calling up consumers or calling call centres and manipulating the conversation to get the details about their customers.
Pindrop has a very unique solution called Phoneprinting, which allows you to build up a picture of the audio of that call. Think of it like a fingerprint for sound.
So one of the things we have done, we've joined forces with Pindrop. They have quite a unique product. And what it does is really impressive. It spots a number of characteristics of a call as it comes in. It gives me confidence that I am talking to that customer and I know it's them on the phone, or alternatively, it's giving me really good signs that this isn't the customer, it's a potential fraudster, and I can have a completely different approach.
We're always looking to be one step ahead of fraudsters and making sure that we can do everything possible to protect our customers from fraud. We also have to look outwardly to new technologies, to other providers, to see what technologies are there that we may use to complement our internal processes. Having technology like Pindrop that can actually do that at the beginning of the call and give us that sense of reassurance and guarantee before that conversation starts really puts us in the driving seat.
Pindrop's relationship with Lloyds is very important, as we're going to help them detect fraud on the phone channel for all callers. That leads to helping Lloyds to detect fraud before it really becomes an issue, and ultimately leads to a great customer experience. Pindrop allows you to differentiate between a good call and a bad call by producing a risk score. A risky call would be handled very differently and ultimately would go through a step-up authentication process or be handed off to a specialist fraud team, whereas a genuine call would be treated very differently by the fact that they maybe don't get asked the same number of knowledge-based authentication questions.
So one of the benefits about Phoneprinting is that it allows us to have a really seamless customer experience interaction.
So it's improving the customer experience for my customers, but actually I'm deterring fraudsters at the same time, and I'm always on the lookout for things like that.
The one thing we see is that the fraud events that we see in a large bank happen in other peer banks, as well as some of the smaller challenger financial organisations.
I think the banking sector is always looking at ways to tackle fraud but keep great customer service, and we'll always be on the lookout for new technologies. How can we use them, and how can we use them really well so everybody benefits? What we're doing with Pindrop is foiling the fraudster when they try to use the telephone. That will help customers in every single channel.